My research for the last 20 years have been on the Chinese in New Zealand in particular, and more generally the Asian immigrants into New Zealand, and in extension the race relations between Asians and non-Asians, of course, and in particular the relationship between Chinese and Maori as Tangata Whanua. The research on the Chinese in New Zealand is very important because the Chinese arrived, the first Chinese person arrived in 1842, only 2 years after the Treaty of Waitangi was signed. But there have been very little that is written on the position of the Chinese in New Zealand. And I feel that the neglect of the Chinese and other Asians in New Zealand have blinkered New Zealand to, well, New Zealanders to a whole lot of opportunities in Asia. And it has colored our, outlook towards other races in New Zealand. There can be many types of different supervision students, postgraduate students, but mainly they need to have a spirit of inquiry. They need to have critical thinking. They need not be particularly very brilliant or hardworking, but they need to want to find out the why and wherefores. Why does something happen? That can be something that happens around them all the time, you know, like the Asians in New Zealand, the migration, the relationship of Maori and Chinese and so on. But they need to be interested enough to find out why, and they need to put in a bit of work to learn the right ways of going about it. What I enjoyed the most interacting with students is to see the, if I might call it, the look of enlightenment on their faces. It really makes my day. No matter whether it be a big class of 100, 140 or you know, face-to-face with students who are, you know, that are supervised like that. When they click, when they get an idea, or when they interchange an idea with me, and I got something from them, that is in fact the great joy of being an academic, is teaching, I think. Being the postgraduate advisor of Asian Studies is quite a challenging role because Asian Studies is quite a new area in New Zealand, and also it is a regional study, so anything to do with Asia can fit into Asian Studies, and it is interdisciplinary, so it could be linguistics, it could be language teaching, it could be the fulfillment of language requirement proficiency, and it can be the history of China or Japan or Korea or Southeast Asia. And so in order to build a course, a program that fits a particular student, we usually interview him or her and look at the history of that student so that we can design the best course for them.